So today we're working on the 2016 Honda Civic Touring Edition again. I guess my last video on this car, I changed the front and rear bumper with, anyway, those lovely, there's another video. Go, yeah, Shopify, Spotify, no, Partify. It's Partify. Sorry, I got a runny nose. It's another cold day here in April. It's Easter weekend. This is Easter Sunday. My daughter's over for an afternoon to have dinner with us, and she brought her broken car. Well, I say broken. Wheel bearings going. We did the other side last year. Now this one's howling like crazy. This car has 145,000 kilometers on it. Second wheel bearing. It seems a bit premature to me, but whatever. Fun job. It just isn't, honestly. And this is in Canada, right? So we have corrosion like crazy up here, and that makes this job a pain in the rear, honestly. When you get the hub unbolted, so the bolts are coming in from the backside, and the bolts are inside the aluminum control arm, right? And they come out this way. You get the bolts out. That wasn't too bad. Access is a bit shitty. You can kind of tuck the caliper up here. There's a bracket you just remove in the backside, tuck the caliper up out of the way. And you can get at these bolts with a breaker bar, a 17 millimeter socket, okay? Not too bad. You could soak them with penetrating oil if you want. It might help a little bit. But you get them all out and you think, okay, great. I'm just gonna pull that hub out. Well, I don't think so, Tim. This thing is in there. It becomes part of the car. I'm telling you, it is in there. And the other side was the same way. I had to beat the living shit out of it to get it off of there. And I guess I popped all the studs out, first of all, to get some access, to get a little room to work. And the dust shield that goes in behind here, this guy mounts up in here, like that, okay? So what I did was I pulled the bolts out. They came out easy, which is kind of nice. And then I cut this section out. I just cut that section out so I could remove this, get it out of the way. Then I just had this sitting out, you know, where I could actually get at it, beat the crap out of it with whatever I could find. I got a pretty heavy duty ball peen here. It's, what does it say? How much weight is that thing? I don't know. Anyway, it's a pretty chunky fella. I have an axe around here too. Where's that? Oh, there's an axe over there. You know, that's just in case. But you can hammer on it all you like. It's not coming out of there. I tried the air chisel to try to shake it loose, put some heat and penetrating oil on there, and it was stuck. So what I ended up doing was taking a chisel, a cold chisel, with a tapered wedge on it, like that. So it's flat on one side and sloped up. And I put it underneath between the control arm and the hub. And I just drove it in there. And it slowly created a crack. You could see it opening up along this edge. And then I worked the other ear and I worked this one until it started opening up a crack a little more. I threw some penetrating oil in there. And I just kept beating on it until it got loose enough that I could tap it out with the hammer. So never underestimate the power of a cold chisel being motivated by a big ball peen. Can also damage this control arm if you're not too careful. So make sure you're not digging into it. I mean, this one's, look at that thing, wanted to stay there. The corrosion on this it's serious. And over time, that thing eventually will get corroded to the point where it won't be serviceable, I guess. Actually, it doesn't look too bad on the front. Interesting, eh? It's where the solvents just sit and eat away in these little cavities where it doesn't get rinsed out by the slush and the snow. And we get some serious winters. This winter was pretty serious. There was a lot of salt. There was a lot of road clearing activities. Look at this poor caliper. Man, oh man. I mean, it's still not, it's working fine. It's not seizing up, but look at it. I mean, this is Titanic level corrosion. And the pads. It didn't, it wasn't too hard to get it off. These guys are, I don't know. Not much life left in them. A little bit. Rotors also. This is other interesting thing that seems to happen up here a lot. is you get rust on the rotors, and the rust builds up this lip along the outside where the pads don't run. That lip gets bigger and bigger, and then it starts rubbing on things and making that chick, 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 chick sound. You take it in for a brake inspection, they go, oh, you got to do full brake job. Well, shit, it's just a little lip of rust. Knock that off, keep going. As long as they're not warped and the minimum thickness is still there, there's nothing wrong with the rotor, really. So you might be changing parts for nothing, although they aren't the prettiest things. We'll kind of get over it up here after a while. You get over driving around a vehicle that looks like garbage because the conditions are so terrible. This isn't Florida, this isn't California. We don't have pretty vehicles, and you can't keep them pretty for long. I'll tell you. Buy in Arizona. Anyway, so that's our story for today. I'm just going to bolt this. I'm going to put some anti-seize on here. And, you know, odds are I won't be the guy changing this bearing next time. But I'm thinking about the next fella. So we'll put some anti-seize in here to make sure that this new hub, which was $175 plus tax, to make sure that this new hub is removable by the next guy. And maybe some of that anti-seize in there will help prevent the salt water from getting in and making a mess, but who knows? I mean, they're not built for our environment. They just aren't. Of course, nothing is, honestly. They can't build a vehicle that'll hold together up here, not for an extended period of time. It's a beautiful day out there, though. Jeez. I hope your Easter's going good. Everybody took off. I'm here all alone, unsupervised. I probably should be working on the motorcycle, and I will as soon as I knock this out. Another 20 minutes, I'll have this put all back together, push it out, and then I can fiddle around with that guy. I'm long overdue for a video on that, and I won't get into it because there's another video coming. I'll shoot another video on that soon. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day. I hope your workshop is full of interesting and challenging things. And if you have any questions, shoot them to me. I'll try to answer them. I probably can't, but I certainly will try. And happy Easter.